And we are back for episode 2 of Gaming with B. My BFF, Am, here is with us again.
Hello.
And we are ready to take on the Raft in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Alright, so here we go. Previously we just left the ship. We got
one.
Infinity Stones, right?
Yeah.
And now what's happening?
So they somehow ended up in this kind of like. Well, actually, I don't really spoil a bit, but now it's like
an explosion or something.
Yeah.
And now we're about to see where we ended up.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm gonna hurl. Oh, great. You're here. Oh, I thought we were dead. We aren't dead, are we?
I have felt death. This is slightly less pleasant.
We're alive, but we could be anywhere in space or time. The Infinity Stones are not playthings.
Hey, I did exactly what you said. I saved the items of insane cosmic power from the Psycho Space Lady.
I am Groot.
You can? And you just sat there listening to us jabber? Do it already!
Good old Groot coming through with the glow bugs.
Oh, great. We saved the universe from disaster, but we're the ones that end up in prison? Yep, that sounds about right.
Why were we transported to this place, Quill?
I don't know. I just grabbed the stone and thought of some.
Alright, so these here we need like to use joined attacks from people, so it's just kind of who do you got a character that has any of those?
Yeah.
Maddie. Alright, which one do you have?
It's not the circle, but it's kind of like those
Okay.
two.
So I need one with the circle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright. And you do the squiggly things, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do.
No cell can hold us.
All right.
Just made bail, Guardians. We've got to repair this terminal if we want to restore power to this dump.
So obviously we are, for you Marvel fans out there, we're in the Raft. And we won't bust everything here. I just wanted to get some coins.
And some things like maybe like just like that said like a few coins maybe in some of these little cells.
Yeah.
So you could do that.
You got the
Blasters.
blasters. Want to do it?
Sure.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Ah, I was hoping for a cool ISO crystal.
What did I tell you? You need cell doors disarmed and open? I'm your guy. Oh. You might not be the only one.
All these prisoners in here are kind of like generic mutants and superpowered villains. Like you'll see ones that are like Wolverine or Human Torch, you know, Hulk, those kind of powers.
Neither are we.
Nothing like a good old-fashioned cell block brawl to make me feel right at home.
Any notion of where in the universe we are?
No idea.
You tired, buddy?
The other prisoners
No.
look strangely human-ish.
Just kind of sore.
Are you?
Yeah.
I hear you, buddy.
Swimming lessons.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Alright. There's not much of this in here.
At first, when I saw all those guys like banging the cages, I thought they were just gonna like automatically jump out,
Yeah, I did too.
and then we would have to like fight them all. I'm like, are you serious?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Supervillains to the Raft is usually a lot of boring paperwork, but this. It's a total riot. Come on, really? Not even a smile from the tree?
So this is cool because you have Spider-Man joining your team.
Guardians doing back on Earth.
And in episode 1, you probably remember where we said we like to be the Guardians on this first level. Oftentimes I'll play as Spider-Man. And if we were playing Spider-Man here, we would have 2 Spider-Men on our team. Which I guess is kind of cool because it's like a Into the Spider-Verse type of thing, but
These prisoners have powers.
at the same time it is a little bit weird too.
And even though the Spider-Man is there, you can't play him yet.
Right, yeah, that one is just totally controlled by the computer, huh?
Yeah.
Pity that it had to come to this. At least
That's
for
alright.
you.
See, it took out those guys.
Your life is
That went so much better than when I do it alone. Then let's stick together and get out of here. Preferably before they wake up. Not that I'm complaining, but shouldn't a prison have, you know, guards?
Yeah, something's definitely not right here.
You don't know the half of it. Oh, finally, some fresh air. Those cells smelled worse than Rocket's bunk.
Now,
You going left or right?
sweet freedom.
I'll go left.
Folks,
Alright.
quite that.
Spider Brat! You put me here. You buried me in a dark cell for life. Now I'm gonna bury you. Dead or alive.
Some of the villains in this game are pretty epic, large-sized, and makes it fun.
If he ever does like a attack on your side and just like B did, you can just like dodge out of the way, and then right away you can just go back in.
Yep. Shooting them with these kind of gets them hardened, and then we can go up and hit them with these. So we got a couple of these attacks here.
To be fair, Sandy never had the best taste in friends.
Takes more than that to get rid of me, Bug.
I know.
No, no, oh.
Of you out of my costume for weeks after
And then he just fills the level with enemies. You can play this game up to 4 players, which is kind of nice because right now where it's just me and M here playing, your CPU partners are not always the best at clearing the way for you. So normally if we were playing with a third or a fourth person, we'd have 2 people aiming the weapons and another person kind of keeping enemies off the person's back. Jeez Louise. I thought we had him there for a second already and I jumped over there. I wasn't looking at his meter, I was looking at something else.
Come on.
There
Yes.
we go. Now we can come up here and we can
At least for you.
Ultimate Extreme Alliance attack them. Groot's back there not doing anything.
Yeah.
Punch in the air! Punch in the air!
Well, it may not be fine art, but it's fine by me. What's not fine at all is the fact that the Raft is home to some of my deadliest foes. And they're all either trying to break free or to break us. While that force field is engaged, they can't get out. But
Let me guess. Neither can we.
Suddenly our roster gets
Then
huge.
you're lucky some of us still have a way in.
So once you pass that first intro section and you're here in the Raft, you get to use a lot of impressive character. Not Lockjaw.
Dog?
You don't get to be him.
Sadly.
Is this some kind of joke?
You know, I was just about to ask the same thing about the raccoon with the laser gun.
It's a quantum igniter. Thank you very much. And it can blast you right out of that tin can before...
Measure your weapons later, boys. If we want to survive this, we do it as a team.
So, you know, we can
This is an official shield operation.
talk
so
to
you're
each of the
taking orders
people.
from
We
me.
probably won't talk to all the characters while we're playing here, just because they really don't provide a whole lot of information.
Which is probably
A
why
few
we're
times
in
you
this
do
mess
have
in
to
the
talk
first
to them to
place.
progress, but
Unless, of course, your sudden arrival has absolutely nothing to do with the 6 Infinity Stone-sized bursts of cosmic energy that S.H.I.E.L.D. just detected in the vicinity. Figures. Just consider yourself lucky that I've got a team of heroes on speed dial for missions of universal importance like this one. We had some help from Crystal's canine companion, Lockjaw. His teleportation abilities helped me assemble this unit. And those powers of his should come in handy if we need to call in more backup. With the Raft is just the start. We track the strongest readings here, but the other Infinity Stones are scattered across the city. If they're on Earth again, you can bet Thanos won't be far behind. Darn right, Soul. I'll be coordinating our efforts over Comlink until the Raft is secure.
alright.
Was that the green goblin circling the control tower? No telling the damage that maniac could do if he gains access to the Raft security systems.
Yep.
Shield scanners are going wild. You must be close to something.
So we're gonna breeze through this raft and show you all what it is.
Oh, if you see these like almost like containers, you can throw them and
Yep.
it can contain some sort of thing.
Some of them blow up, some of them will freeze enemies, some of them, you know, starts them on fire.
If they're turned off. Here, let me help you with that.
And if like, let's say you're by one of those, and one of like the bad guys kind of just like destroy it, then it'll blow up on you and him. So.
There we go, good job.
Oh, don't worry, little heroes. I have plenty more toys for you to play with.
The prisoners have hacked into the security network. They're in control of all the Raft's heavy weaponry.
I'm glad while we had viewers watching this, I didn't look too stupid right there. Sometimes that way you can get too far.
Yeah.
Alright.
At first I was like, wait, how come we aren't like falling or like getting hit a lot?
Yeah. Because Mom wasn't playing with us, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes she has a harder time playing the game. Definitely easier with some of those lasers when you have somebody who can fly on your team.
Mhm. Oh no.
Security gates. You're gonna have to access the terminals in the proper sequence.
Okay, wait.
Perfect.
Nice work.
I think that's like the fastest we've ever
Yeah.
gone through it.
Doing good under pressure.
Yeah.
If you do it with just one person on those mazes, that can be a little difficult sometimes too.
Yeah. And you'll probably see why in like, probably in like minimum time. Like not too long, not too short.
Yep. You gonna show them how to throw it?
Yeah. So you can
Nice
angle
job.
it, sort of
You got
enemy.
'em.
And sometimes it will stun them, so that's kind of like part of the good.
Yeah, stunning is the purple bar on the bad guys.
And if it gets all the way, when there's no more purple on it,
Then they hold still, and you can hit them for a little more energy even.
and let's say like you keep on hearing some sort of commotion, on the map on the very top right corner, if you see like some of those red dots, that means like there's an enemy there, so that way you can tell where everybody is.
Yep, that heads up map is pretty useful, isn't it?
Because one time we just heard a bunch of like fighting, and we're like, well, where are they? And then we just look on the map and we see like a hole.
You're right on time, fools. The chaos has just begun. This entire facility will soon be under my control. I'll amass the greatest army of villains ever, and you get the honor of being our
He would have been a cool
victims.
person to be on the roster, you know?
Plus the board, so that'd be cool.
Yep. The double jump, and then he could call his board and land on it. So this here, you know, you see Electro and Venom here. And then after we defeat Electro, it's kind of funny. I won't ruin it for right now.
Yeah, because in these videos there's something called no spoilers, so sadly we can't even tell you. And you know how Venom's like shooting that kind of stuff? It won't hurt you when you go into it, but it will slow you down. So.
And later we actually kind of need it to help us take down Venom.
That it had to come to this, at least for you.
We get him charged up, so if we accidentally bump our extreme power. So Venom just kind of devours him there now. Electro is... It's kind of like Electro is in the symbiote suit. So you can be Venom in the game, but it's kind of like you are Venom costume on an Electro.
I'm just gonna stand by the wire since it just pointed at it.
Your powers aren't working on it. But Venom's symbiote is still vulnerable to sonic attacks. Maybe we can use the prison alarm system against it.
Groot. Okay.
Rocket and Groot going crazy here.
We just targeted Groot, so I just went over with them. Oh.
So they show you where he's gonna land, or who he's gonna try to land on, and then I just jumped on that power conduit, and it shocks him and takes his energy down faster. In case you're wondering, the fast way to beat him.
He's had enough. I know my pal Eddie here looks like a bad death metal cover band version of me, but under all that rippling xenomorphic protoplasm is a guy who wants to do what's best. Usually. He may seem lethal, but when the world really needs him, he always chooses to protect it.
You would trust us. After this, then we will fight.
Okay, we still live here. Alright.
And once the world knows who its one true champion is, we will devour you whole.
I'll take what I can get.
So got that done, and now we're ready to continue on.
Gee, thanks a lot for helping us, guys.
Yeah, as we're fighting all these heroes standing around, being a bunch of bums. All right, computer there was acting a little strange there for a second, so I had to take my eyes off of the screen there for a second.
I'm running out of empty cells. Nice to finally have some backup. Thought I'd have to clean up this mess all by myself.
I'm letting these prisoners out early for bad behavior.
Oh, come on! You have got to be kidding me!
Luke Cage, the character, I think is really cool, but Luke Cage on the game is not as fun to be, just because later you get Colossus and you get Hulk and you know these other like tank type of heroes, and I don't know, he just doesn't have the cool powers some of the other characters are, so it's kind of a bummer.
I am not
Yay!
doing this a third time.
But at least he helped us fight in here. Didn't just stand around like those other heroes.
Okay, this is what I was talking
Yeah, this
about
one's hard.
earlier with the maze.
Okay, so do you want me to...
Okay.
Okay. Then do you go up?
I can't go up.
Okay.
Go.
How come they can never make getting out of prison easy? Oh, right.
Oh, that did nothing.
Try the one on the far right.
You can,
Okay. Is it? Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And if just one person makes it, then all of the other people will just like teleport right there.
Yeah. We play this game a lot, but not enough for me to have that whole thing memorized all the time, so sometimes it makes my brain work a little harder than I want it to at the time. Alright. Alright, alright, alright.
More of them? Are you serious? How many crazy superpowered prisoners does this stupid place hold?
At last count, 616. Against 3? Those are terrible odds. When this is over, remind me to never hang out in your dimension again, Miles.
What could possibly be making these heroes act so strange?
I'm very sorry, Spider-Gwen, but I must.
M's favorite character on here is... See, I actually probably should have waited to use those until
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit. I forgot about this part.
You guys, wait. Something's not right here. The mist. Is any of this real?
Whatever's happening, we can beat it. Keep fighting.
Yes, my children. Keep fighting.
Mysterio! Mysterio would have been a cool character to be.
How dare he control Spider-Gwen? It may kind of look a little hard, but the good part is that like sometimes they'll stop for a little bit. So,
Yep,
Kind of
gives you a
works.
little break.
yeah, so
When Lockjaw comes in and takes them into those cells so they can calm down.
One more and you get a treat, Lockjaw. Hey, I didn't come all the way to an alternate reality to get thrown in a prison cell. I could have just stayed home for that.
I had higher hopes for these young champions. If you think you can defeat me, you are deceiving yourselves.
I've dated Oscar Varian skin.
Your life is mine.
Drop some ice crystals on his head.
that's what he gets.
It's not my fault you don't appreciate Real showmanship.
I swear we'll make it up to you. If you can ever find a way to trust us again.
Wait, is that Venom on your team? So, I guess that means we're cool then, yeah?
Wolverine.
Yeah. That's B's one of his favorite characters.
Yep. I loved Wolverine when I was a kid. Still do. Iron Man and Rocket are more of my modern day favorites.
And kind of just like what just happened there. That's what I mean by like they can kind of like explode.
Yep.
Good thing they'll explode.
And if you ever have like Hulk or one of the big characters, they can actually pick up those forklifts. Just like apparently Groot can do it as well.
But he can't.
I didn't know Groot could do that.
Yeah. Well, actually, it kind of makes sense.
Drax can.
Oh yeah. Oh I'm gonna.
Is there any left?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nice. Guardian's got some tough people. I like these levels where they kind of send them in waves and try to overwhelm you by numbers. You get some kind of intense battles, especially early on when your levels aren't up very high and you have to be a little more careful when you're fighting.
Especially with one of the episodes that'll happen like in a while, I'd probably say, like in a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah.
You'll probably see why. So.
Next stop, the Raft's main control room. If the Goblin wants to break out, he'll have to do it from there.
And once that force field goes down, Manhattan becomes supervillain central.
Be honest, it kinda already is, right? Why else would so many of you guys live there?
Technically, I live in Jersey, but I get your point.
First floor. Supervillains and butt kickers.
Perfect. That Jade Jester may think he's the mastermind behind this jailbreak, but once I deactivate the prison's force field, I'll show him who truly
Some
has
good
the
Spider-Man
superior
villain
intellect.
showing up
Though
here.
I suppose I'll have to show you first, won't I?
You can also see Dr. Octavius on the PS4 on some of the Spider-Man games.
Yeah. Yeah, when we had this game before, we were able to play the Spider-Man games on Sony, and so this is the closest thing we got to playing as Miles and Peter Parker for a while, but this one's cool because it's got Spider-Gwen, who you can be. I think a game like this with just a Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse game, and it would be this style, would be cool, and then unlock all the different Spider-Man. I think that would be kind of cool.
Plus, they could add Peter Parker Penny Parker.
Yeah. Spider-Man Noir.
That shadowy Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh.
So you got to take his arms out. Once you get them all done, then he falls down, and then in our thing we usually do here is when he falls down, we'll use our big attack on him as he's stunned right there.
And when you get to a higher level, when you do it,
You
just
can
like
finish him out, yeah.
Yeah.
That takes multiple times when you're first playing the game, and even when you're on the easiest mode. It is challenging, but we've played this enough to where we kind of know our plan of attack.
There's still so much more that must be done. Fortunately, time is on my side.
Time is on his side.
Can't escape while the Raft's force field is still up, but I'm starting
Nope.
to wonder
Hashtag
Lunatic has a different plan in
spoiler
his
alert.
mind.
Oh, man. How come I always have to fight him in high places? It never ends well.
Plus, sometimes I'm scared of heights, but not all. Just a few.
This is another level that's difficult early on.
Took you so long. But today, I've got a little extra.
Green Goblin
time
with
on
the
my
time stone.
Too bad. Yours is about to run
Never a good
out.
thing. Never.
Ha ha ha! Very funny joke, Green Goblin.
This is a cool level though. Classic rooftop Spider-Man villain battle.
You can pick up his
Yep.
bombs.
You can see how M there's doing that, picking up the bombs, and it stuns them. You really have to take advantage of that when you are playing this game early on.
And if they start going like that, you've probably already seen, but they can do that. And sometimes, yeah, and
Yeah,
then,
he'll put him in there, and then he'll take you on out there.
oh, he's on the rim.
Yeah, early on, you really want to try to pick up those things and throw them at him. Once you get leveled up, or if you do enough of the Infinity Rifts, and get leveled up later, then you can just, your regular weapons, you can kind of get them taken care of. It's a little easier.
In my opinion, whenever he stops the time, and like, when you're doing like a move, in my opinion, I think it's pretty cool to just see.
Yeah, the effects are cool with the rain falling and all the explosions. Oh, there he is. I thought he was gonna show up somewhere else.
Like he always does.
You'll never defeat me. The future is mine to.
I am Groot.
Huh. I think I finally broke him.
Worse, he's lost control of the time stone. There's no telling what sort of damage a madman such as he could do to the laws of nature.
Yeah, it may rip the time stream to shreds, but you gotta admit, it's pretty flarkin' hilarious. That's not exactly the word I would choose. Look!
I like how they just like, I'll just stare up and watch even though some of them can fly.
Yeah.
is how it all ends. I shall be waiting here for you.
This is how it all ends. This is how it all ends.
Or we could work together for once and make sure that it isn't. What do you say, Norman?
This is how it all ends.
Worth a try. This ought to hold you until the Raft's guards can fit you for a new straitjacket.
Whoa, hey, not a good idea.
I know what I'm doing. These things need to be put in a safe place.
Your pocket is not a safe place, Space Bro.
That's funny. Because this one has been doing just fine in there.
You telling me he had one of those stones all along, and he didn't bother using it?
It's far better that he didn't, when used by those unaccustomed with cosmic power. The Infinity Stones can yield disastrous results.
Like landing us on this miserable mudball of a planet.
Will we be thrown back in our cell now?
No. If the future is as grim as it looks, you're better off by our side than behind bars.
There are still 4 more stones out there. Each one just as powerful, but in totally different ways. If they can all do crazy stuff like that on their own, we really don't want to find out what all 6 can do together. We didn't mean to bring them here to Earth, but it happened. So now, it's up to us to track the rest down before Thanos can. I'd like to say this isn't your fight, but you know I'd be lying. We need you. All of you. Hell, probably about 20 more of you. But we'll take what we can get. And together, we'll make sure that there is no way in this galaxy or any other that a tyrant like Thanos will... Really? Come on, man. I only get to make speeches like that once. Twice a year, tops.
Sorry, gotta take this. It's my wife. Jess, baby, I can't really... yeah, well, there was this thing out on the raft, and, I know. But I'm sure Danny and Matt can handle it. We'll be right there.
Okay, now, can we get back to it?
We better, because my girl just found your next stone.
Like how Green Goblin's just like sitting there and he's just listening to everything that they're saying.
Yep. Alright. So that's it, right, Maddie?
Yeah.
Okay, so we defeated the raft. And we will close out for now. But we'll catch you next time when we do episode 3, which will be at the Shadowlands. Is that right?
Yes.
Alright. Anything to say?
Nope.
Alright. Well, on behalf of M and B here, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.